All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm in our 2018 Thor A.C.E 30.2 Class A RV. Today, I'm going to give you a full walk around and a full review of this RV. We've owned it for getting close to a year now, but I'll walk around the outside. We're going to talk about just a quick glance through all of the compartments and what it looks like out there, and some of the things, and then we'll get inside and we'll talk about all the features and what we really love about this RV. This is a Ford F53 chassis with the Triton. I think it's a Triton V10, so it's got a pretty good engine. We use this RV and we tow a 2007 Jeep Wrangler, a four-door Jeep Wrangler. It's right at the max capacity of it, but it tows it just fine. Actually can't barely tell it's back there. It does a really great job. But yeah, let's get started on the review on the outside, and then we'll come in and I'll talk to you about the inside. This is, to start off with, it's a 2 AC 50 amp RV. Does have the full, well, you know, one color paint with these graphics on there that are fading a bit. We do have the full walk-on roof with the ladder. It is a rubber TPO roof. Again, 2 ACs, a couple of vents up there. It's in good shape. We do have a 5,500 watt Onan generator here in the back that runs pretty good, powers everything up. Does a pretty good job. Probably need service, but no complaints about that. The second door here is the wet bay. So got your gray and the single outlet that twists this whole part twists down. So when you take this cover off, you twist it down a bit, because if you twist it down, you won't be able to get the cover off. So you take the cover off, twist it down, then you've got your black tank and your gray tank here for cleaning. You've got your outdoor shower, and then you've got the flush for your black tank flush. Back here you do have access to your low point drains. So your low point drains are here on either side of the water pump, so you also have easy access to the water pump if you need to ever service that. So that's it for the wet bay. And then as you move down, you've got the city water connection. So this is where your potable water is going to go. The weird thing about this one is this is on the slide. So after you put it in, after you connect it, if you connect it before putting the slide out, it's going to come out with a slide, or just know that it's going to be on the slide and not down here, which is when we're initially setting up, I like to keep the slide in, because that's one thing to think about. You can get to the water with a slide in or slide out, but you can't get to the power, and if you're going to use cable. So this is a 50 amp connection, and then this is just your cable wire. So once the slide is out, you're going to have an issue getting under there, which is why I like to connect it first. But then you've got the furnace, and then you've got the water heater. So this is an electric and gas water heater that'll do both at the same time, which has been really awesome. So when we are camping, the girls hate using anywhere else but but you know, our own shower, and obviously you're going to take a couple showers in a row. So when you've got, typically we keep this one on electric, then we switch over and add the propane to it. It does a great job of keeping up without having any issues, you know, with the water demand, especially with two girls. And then this is just storage here. So in the storage compartment here, I just keep the wiring. It does have, I think this one passes through to the other side. So we've got, this is the cushion for the dinette. That's where we keep it here. But then there are lighting in all of these. So it's a push button lighting for all of these. And this is the first storage compartment on this side. And then they just put in this little door with storage again. So you can kind of see here. I'll open this side. It's just a pretty decent size storage that goes across, and then there's some up on top. There's where we keep that extendable ladder, and then it does have the slide controller, electrical box there, and then again just more. This is where we keep water and some of the sewer hose, but quite a good amount of storage on this one. And then last we have one more, and this is where I keep my tools and our RV brake. This is just the box. And then yeah, just one more storage compartment here. And then we do have side mirrors, so when you turn on the turn signals, you do, or not mirrors, I'm sorry, side view cameras on the mirrors. So when you turn the turn signals on, you're going to get you get your left and right turn signals here. And then again, there's the V10 logo. Some you know, good sized tires, and we've already put tires in there. But yeah, that's the right side. As we walk around the front here, this is the access to the engine compartment, so you can get to the battery if you need to, coolant, fill all of your fluids. There's a doghouse inside to actually get to the top of the engine if you're going to do spark plugs or anything like that. And you've got a giant front window. This big front window is actually really nice. It gives you great visibility, and you can see really well. The headlights work great as well. No complaint about those. Kind of a cool design, like those. And then as we move on over to this side, you know, a lot of the same. This store does have this really cool pet door. They call it the pet door. So if your dog's down there on the feet of the driver's side, maybe I'll remember, and we'll see that on the inside. Your pets can kind of sit there and can see what you're doing. And then here we've got the entertainment system, or just outdoor TV really. So we've just got an outdoor TV here. And there's a speaker here, and there's a speaker down that way. So yeah, just your outdoor TV. This one works pretty good. Obviously it hasn't seen a lot of use. This is your battery compartment. So we've got our two deep cell RV batteries, or deep cycle batteries, and then your auto leveling, hydraulic leveling system is here as well. This next compartment is simply propane tank. So it's a pretty big propane tank. I'm not exactly sure what the size is, but it takes quite a bit of propane. So yeah, but here's the propane tank. Also, this is where you'd have to pull up somewhere that can you can't take this tank out, so obviously someone's got to refill it at a refilling station. This is really handy, and when we go inside, I'll show you the door to this. This is a storage compartment, and it actually has an opening to the inside. So one of the cool things, we like to keep our extra bottled water here, and then you don't have to open the door and go outside. You can just slide this little door open and you can grab your bottled water. It's pretty cool. This is a power step, so the step will go in and out when the RV's on, and you close the door. This step will retract. This is your propane quick connect. So we do use this with our Blackstone grill. We bought a hose for it, so we can actually use the onboard propane, not have to buy the bottles. You just got a quick 110 GFI protected outlet here on the side. Obviously frameless windows. A nice little grab handle here. As we walk down, here's this other speaker, and then here's your fresh tank fill. So that's where you'll fill your fresh potable tank. Sticker's a little off, but that's where you'll fill, which is a little high. So if you've ever been boondocking and you've used the bottle, or you're somewhere that doesn't have water, and you used like a big jerry can to refill it, this is pretty high for that. So I'm not looking forward to the day I've got to do that. Here's just another big storage compartment, and this is the one, the other one there goes over the top. This one doesn't go over the top, just has a frame there. I think kind of helps hold those tanks up. But you can see the other side of the tanks here. You've got the auto generator start control, and then just general storage. So this is just another storage compartment. And then one of the cool things that I think if you were a handy person, and I am, I could probably do something, but this could be a really cool outdoor kitchen if you wanted it to be, but it's just a large storage compartment. So this is the best heater for the RV when it's cold. I think we think this is a great heater. We've used it. It's done awesome in this RV in our travel trailer. But we'll get back to what we're talking about. This is a very deep. This goes under the bed, under the main bed. So so this goes quite deep. You can get a lot of stuff in here. You know, even if you had a pull-out drawer or something like that, a big slide out that you kept your grill on or something else, you could make a really good outdoor kitchen with this. I know on the other side of this panel, this is the fuses and the power panel, so you could really, if you wanted to, run probably an outlet over here and plug in a mini fridge or something like that if you wanted to out here. But you know, we just keep some more tools, a little jack, air compressor, which is always needed, our chairs, our outdoor rug fits. This is the long one. It fits all the way across, obviously bent a little bit, but it fits all the way across. So this is a really good spot. We put some big totes in here as well, so this one holds quite a bit of space. And then on top, you can see we've got the awning that runs almost the full length. So I'd say that's a 15 or 20 foot awning that runs, you know, a long distance along the top of the RV. So that's awesome. But yeah, we'll step inside here, and then we do have a nice screen door, and this is not on a friction hinge, but it has a gas strut that holds this door open, and then it's got a pretty nice screen and mechanism to get to your latch. And then here, as on the steps you come up, this has a drawer. This is my tool drawer, I call it, because I keep a lot of tools in here. But this is the drawer that I use to access or keeping my tools in for when we need anything else. And then we have another compartment here, a little narrower. I just keep gloves in here for the steps. So this is kind of it does need to be cleaned a little bit, but this is, you know, where I think I keep a lot of things that I need to do work, or gloves for you know, getting the chalk blocks or the levelers or anything like that. And then here's this little door that we talked about that goes into this other compartment, that's really handy for certain things. It does have a step light here, so you can turn the step light on and give you the step light. And then most of your controls, a lot of your controls that you're going to need getting in and out are right here. So here's your main power switch, and then your awning button is here. And then you've got the main lighting switches as well. This is for your awning light, and this is for the main cabin lights. And then this turns the step itself, so the power step itself on and off, and then the step light. One of the cool things about this RV is that a lot of people like to see before I put the slide out is the what do they call it, the livability or the mobility of it with the slide in. So this is the slide in. So the slide is in, and you can completely get to the front of the RV. And then there's quite a bit of leg room here. I mean, I'm perfectly easy to walk here. The dogs, the kids, people are getting up using the bathroom while we're driving down the road. It works really well. So in drive mode, I guess you want to call it, where if you're stealth, you pull in somewhere and you're going to stay the night, but you don't want to open it up, you don't have to. There's 2 seat belts here, and then there's 2 seat belts over here on this part of the dinette. And then as you kind of walk back, yes, the slide, and again, this is a full length slide. So the full length slide does close in, so you can't walk through there, but the bathroom is walk through, or the head, however you want to call it. But the one thing I'll say about this bathroom, about this head, and is that it's large. That was one of the biggest selling points, is how large it is. And then, you know, we'll talk about that here in a second. And then it kind of goes back into the main bedroom. And here in the main bedroom, you won't be able to get to those drawers or those cabinets, but you will be able to sleep. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and put the slide out, and then we'll talk about this RV a little more in depth as I walk through here. But before I do that, if you come in the door of the RV and you turn left, here are the controls. So this is just another lighting switch. This is a control for the front air conditioner, and then here's all your, obviously, water pump, tank heaters, which is nice. It's kind of tank heaters. We did sleep in the, we were in a cold area once, and we did turn these tank heaters on just to make sure your slide, your generator, you got your auto generator start, and then the switch to turn the inverter on and off to ensure the inverter is on when you switch this refrigerator over. So then here, like I talked about, the gas and the electric water heater. So you can run it on gas alone, but you can run it on 110. So if you're plugged in, you're not going to be using it water pump as well. So I'll go ahead and put the slide out. All right, slide is out. You can see how much this leg room and this floor expanded. You know, one of the things I like to do that I didn't do is start up the generator. So I'll start the generator up. So I don't like to, and I broke my own rule here, I don't like to run the slide out if the engine isn't running or the generator isn't running. So got the generator running for when I do anything else. First, the next thing I'm going to do after that is I'm going to put down the bed. So this does have a front bed, and I'll and as you enter the front door, the front bed switch is right here on these cabinets, right next to the entry door. Awesome. All right, so we'll start with that. We'll start up here. Yeah, so this is just a really big bed. It says 250-pound max. So as long as you got, so it looks like it's about, it's a full or a queen size bed. It's got those actuators on both sides, which is actually how you know, it raises up and down. It's got some really nice storage. So the kid that gets this, or if you can get two kids up here, if they're small enough, really have a lot of storage up here. These side boxes, storage boxes, are accessible when it's up, but these three here are not accessible when it's up. But you've got a nice what's about a 3-inch mattress here, so no complaints from our 17-year-old daughter at all on this mattress. So it is a pretty comfortable mattress, and we do use this on we have used this on every single trip. No power window shade. It's just a curtain that kind of goes around the whole thing. We'll start here in the cockpit. So here on the left, we've got heated mirrors. There's the mirror controls, semi-useless cup holder. All these stores have a really pain in the butt cup holder. This is our electronic leveling system for the auto levelings and the hydraulic jacks, emergency start button and lighting controls, and then just your typical Ford, dashboard and controls here. This is not the factory setup. So this stereo I installed myself. I did not like the one that was in here was fine, but I did not like it extremely well. So I bought this 10-inch one that kind of comes out of the dash a little bit, just because of how it's designed. Obviously it's designed for a 7-inch. This is a 10-inch. This has been awesome. I put this exact same stereo in my Jeep, and I made a video on that. This is a little over $100. It may have been under 100 when I bought it, this one. But what I also did was, there is a controller. I think the controller is down here. There's this controller box down here that I need to wire back, or strap back up there. But that controller box pushes the power out for the turn signal mirrors and for the backup camera. But what I did is actually wired this to the backup camera. So this monitor is also not part of this RV. So this is a really cheap monitor I bought on Amazon, and I just mounted it. I drilled a hole here in the dashboard, ran the wires right underneath, plugged them into that box down there. So now we constantly have a backup camera on at all times. So when we're driving down the road, the old one used to switch back and forth. When you put it in reverse, it switched over, and then when you hit the turn signal to switch back and forth, it interrupted everything on the screen. So now we've got the backup camera until we hit the turn signal, and this one switches over to left or right depending on how you're doing. Actually, I could probably yeah, so there's left, you can see the slide, and there's right, you can see it. Now, so the side, the one complaint on these is, so the reverse, the backup camera is pretty good, but the quality of the turn signal cameras is pretty low. Not that that's necessary. I think the backup camera would be more useful leaving it on turning than the side, but yeah, they're not. Here again, let me you can see the quality, I think, here, and then you can just, it's just fuzzy, so it's okay, but you know, it's not great. But again, I added this, and I added this radio. Powered off. So yeah, I added this stereo, and I added that, so it's all the same. And then down here, you've got, so this was an HDMI and a USB. So this USB still does run off of to the stereo here, but this was running into the old one. I do not have the USB connected before or now. And then it's got you know, 2 of these 12-volt jacks, and then, you know, a couple of AC vents here. And then again, a couple of these useless cup holders. We actually just found these drop-in cup holders that slide into this one and make these tall enough that drinks don't fall over. That's been pretty awesome. This front AC system does not cool the whole rig while you're driving down the road. So that is one thing you do have to keep in mind, that you will potentially have to turn on the generator and then turn on the front AC to keep your passengers cold. We've had to do it a few times. Not right off the bat, we can get a couple hours down the road before. But yeah, here in the passenger seat, it does have this really cool kind of desk work area. So what is unique about it, it does have a 110 outlet inside here. It is almost like a big glove box, and then it does provide a work area for the passenger, or if you want to use it as an office space, you can. It's got these visors here that they do okay. They don't cover the whole thing, but they're okay. And you've got a couple of little storage spaces and a mirror there. I think I talked about this doghouse here, so if you need access to the engine, you've got it. What this does do is both of these seats turn around, and then in the back there is a pedestal and a small table that goes right here. And this has been probably the game changer between our travel trailer and this RV. So even with this down, as you saw, it was under there, plenty of space. We turn these tables in, obviously facing inboard, and then we put that small table, the chairs facing inboard, and that small table here, and that is basically mom and dad's space. That's our part of the living room. That's our living space. We sit there, our computers sit there. That's where we eat. It really is an extension of the living area, and that's how we treat it. So that's been a huge thing, especially with you know, 4 kids. You know, one's out of the house now, but 3 kids that have stayed with us consistently in this RV. That's been awesome. All right, then we'll slide over to the dinette. So obviously the TV is placed here above the dinette between these 2 windows in a lot of Thors, and then you know, the couch, and this couch does fold down. It jackknifes into a bed, so it's a pretty simple jackknife into a bed, and then this little end here pops off, so your legs can, so if someone was taller, their legs can could hang over the bed a little bit more. But the one thing, and the one review on this year of lots of RVs, not just Thor's, is this leather falls apart. So the leather, especially the outer coating of this leather, is not in great shape. So please ignore that. We're looking at solutions for that. You do have power outlet here for these people sitting here, or anyone sitting here to use this. Also for whoever's in using this bed, there is a light here to power for this bed as well. And when this bed is up, there are magnets. So these metal plates attached to the magnet there. They're a little weak on the other side, but it holds it up for the most part. Or it kind of pops down every now and then when we're driving down the road, but it does an okay job. And you know, if we got to stand up and pop it up. But it's got a couple extra lights here, 2 extra speakers. So there are some speakers down there by the foot of the driver and the passenger. I have them set only to those, but you can set the radio to actually power these speakers as well, so you can hear these speakers. But like I said, outside it does have this little cool doggy door. So that's the cool doggy door, the pet window, for anyone who has pets and you want to sit there and ride. But this is basically our pantry. The one thing this lacks that our other one didn't have is this a pantry. So these 2 shelves are basically our pantry. We have some of these foldable boxes here, and that's what we put our food in, and they slide up there and we slide them out. So this really has become our pantry. The cabling for the outside TV and for the TV, the main TV, both come into this cabinet. So this would be where you would put your DVD, Blu-ray player, and then you could run your HDMI either outside. One's outside, they're color coded. One of them's color coded, and then one runs across. But this one here has a on this side of the dinette, you've got a full length, just a door, full length storage. There's ducting, so there's not necessarily storage on that side, but you know, then these all come out. This one actually has, you just pull this lever here and it slides right down. Outside underneath, I think I pointed out the extra cushion that turns this into a bed. So as we move down, as you come into the entry door, it's got this really nice little closet here. So this closet, you can put a couple coats, your fly swatter, your Swiffer if you want. Like I said, about some of the storage, you've got this little compartment down there. We keep a couple of the dog leashes and the remotes down there, and then a little bit more storage here. Here is your antenna control, for power for your antenna control. And then this is the refrigerator. This is a residential 110 volt refrigerator. It's been pretty handy. There are a lot of refrigerators that are this same size. It'll slide right in and out of this this spot, so it's pretty universal. Does a great job. You know, you get it cold even if you don't turn on any of the power. It'll keep cold down the road really well. You know, for a 4 to 6 hour drive. But for us, we do have this inverter, and then the inverter. So we use this as a shoebox. We put a lot of shoes and stuff in here. But behind there, in the back, is the inverter, and that inverter can power this refrigerator. And then a little more storage here, and then just some storage above the sink. I don't know if this is original sink or not, but it does have a nice you know, pull down faucet, really deep single well sink, which we like. I do like some of the newer styles that actually have, and we thought we do have a cutting board that can go on top of this, but the newer styles that actually have the integrated pieces on top of it. Then it's got this little drawer here, this little cabinet with some drawers, and then just 3 drawers, and they're all the same here that run down the side of this one. And then underneath the sink is this larger compartment here. The water heater is back there, plumbing for the sink, things like that. This does have a stove. We haven't used it yet. We thought we would use it. There was once on our travel trailer we wanted to use it, a stove, and we didn't use a stove, but this one does have a stove. And then it's got a 3-burner cooktop that's underneath this this glass topper here, which is pretty cool. And then you've got the fan, and then the microwave. This is a regular microwave. We'd like to put a small convection microwave in there, and then we wouldn't need the stove. And actually we'd have thought about putting a electric cooktop here. It's just a 2-burner electric cooktop, so we have more room. But then this just has one set. Some of these windows have these roller shades, so one set of these roller shades, and then the rest of the windows have these this style of shade here, this accordion style shade, which they all work pretty well. And then there's a twist out windows. So these frameless windows just have this little twist out, and then you twist it back in. and it's pretty simple. These are really cheap and easy to replace if those ever break, as we've already noticed. There is some more lighting here underneath the cabinets, and there's another switch here that has more lighting that is for above the dinette. And there's a power outlet here under the dinette, and there's a power outlet here at the under the cabinets, and then a power outlet here under the dinette. And then this is really one of the main reasons we bought this RV. These bunk beds, these don't fold up, but these are awesome bunk beds. You've got one of these ladders for the front, one of these ladders for this bunk bed. Kids fit really nice, and then both of them have their own little entertainment system and TV. So this is awesome. Again, I think these mattresses are a little bit thicker than the mattresses back there. They've each got their own light here, and then they've each got their own power outlet as well to power their devices. They set them up there and you know, do what kids do nowadays. And then we'll go into the bathroom. So this bathroom is actually a walk-through bathroom. So it's got a pretty nice bathroom. Oh, what I didn't show you here was we've got the cover in here, but this is a fantastic vent, fantastic fan. But then in here is just a normal, the normal fan here. But here above the toilet, we've got some storage, and then we've got a nice medicine cabinet here with storage. The shower, we really like this neo-angle shower. We just keep some of our stuff in here for storage. But you know, I did install this little extra holder for the shower head, and then we got the oxygenic shower head because it's you know, it does really well, like everybody says. But this shower is actually really big compared to our travel trailer shower. It's a great size and really nice to fit into. So that's been a blessing. It's got a porcelain foot flush toilet that works really well, and then you know, standard sink. No big deal about nothing special about the sink. You've got storage below the sink, and then this little drawer here is actually for pet food and water. So if you got your pet, obviously you can see we've got cat stuff here. That's where you can put your pet things. As you come into this side, this entry, the bathroom entry for, and then these just have, you know, just sliding doors with a little latch. They latch on one side, and then they latch when they close on the other side. So there's two doors, and I think I'll show it from the other side. This is your breaker and fuse panel for your power. And then let's slide on over here. So here you've got some overhead storage, and then you've got storage on this side. So that side there only has a drawer. Both sides have a drawer, and then this side has storage here. And then this is the radio control. So for the outdoor radio, or you've got speakers here, you can Bluetooth and control your radio here. The only thing I don't like about it is it's bright as heck, so I had to cover it up. You've got the switch here for your lighting, another power outlet, and then your controls for your second AC. And then here you've got a bedside cabinet there, and then you've got storage that goes all the way across, that goes across here, and another cabinet here as well. Underneath the bed, you do have a small storage compartment. It's hard to see, but it's not very deep, but there is a storage compartment. You might be hearing the generator now, so I'll try to speak louder. If it is a little loud there, we're standing right over the generator. But here is the wardrobe, and here is the pipe and the pedestal and the countertop for between the driver's seat. This is just a curtain rod, or basically a shower curtain rod, and a small curtain that we actually use as to put above that bed, the upper bed in the back, in the front of it, to give them privacy. So just two more drawers here. Nothing special with these two drawers, and additionally two drawers here. Turn the switch off. Two more drawers here. For your needs, you do have the 4 USB ports, and then another outlet. Some additional lighting here for, I guess, getting dressed or anything like that. And then with the TV, this TV has, if you lift the TV, you have a storage compartment behind the TV. and we put a clip here because it deserves a clip. And then again, this door, here's a door for this side, there's a door for that side, and then they close really well. And then aside from that, the this AC is ducted all the way to the back. So this one AC, so if you're only on 30 amp power, you can just run this one AC if you need air conditioning. And the vents in the back, so these vents in this back bedroom are from the, these are powered from these vents, so there's 4 vents, are from the front AC. This AC only kicks on from, comes out of this AC panel itself. It is quite loud when you're sleeping. We did notice that. This one's not so bad. But yeah, that's it. I think, you know, obviously in the back you could sleep 2 adults. You could sleep 2 adults here, so that's 4, and then 1 adult here. You could easily sleep 5 adults. You could probably diagonal 1 and then have another one here. So you could sleep 7 adults in this RV, which is crazy. If you start in the back and you have 3 adults, 4, 5, 6, 7, you could probably sleep 9 people total, which would be what, 2, 4, 6 children